How do you cultivate the ego that we all know you must have, a person must have to be the leader of the free world? And also the humility to recognize that we know that you can't be expected to be wise about all the things that the president has to be responsible for.
Another absolutely wonderful question. Thank you, Rabbi. I think about this a lot. I feel very fortunate that I am a person of faith, that I was raised in my church, and that I have had to deal and struggle with a lot of these issues about ambition and humility, about service and self-gratification, all of the human questions that all of us deal with. But when you put yourself out into the public arena, I think it's incumbent upon you to be as self-conscious as possible. This is hard for me. I never thought I'd be standing on a stage here asking people to vote for me for president. I always wanted to be of service. I met my husband, who was such a natural, knew exactly what he wanted to do. I was happy to support him while I worked in the Children's Defense Fund and legal services and taught law and, had our daughter. I never thought I would do this. And so I have had to come to grips with how much more difficult it often is for me to talk about myself than to talk about what I want to do for other people, or to tell stories about, the man I met in Rochester whose AIDS medicine is no longer affordable. And that can grip me and make me feel like there's something I can do about that. So I'm constantly trying to balance, how do I assume the mantle of a position as essentially august as President of the United States, and not lose track of who I am, what I believe in, and what I want to do to serve. I have that dialogue at least once a day in some setting or another. And I don't know that there is any ever absolute answer, like, okay, universe, here I am, watch me roar, or, oh my gosh, I can't do it, it's just overwhelming, I have to retreat. It's that balance that I keep to try to find in my life, that I want to see back in our country. And it will be something that I continue to talk about with a group of faith advisors who are close to me. I get a scripture lesson every morning from a minister that I have a really close personal relationship with. And, it just gets me grounded. He gets up really early, sends it to me, so, there it is in my inbox at 5 a.m. I have friends who are rabbis who send me notes, give me readings that are going to be discussed in services. So I really appreciate all that incoming. And the final thing I would say, because, again, it's not anything I've ever talked about this much publicly, everybody knows I have lived a very public life for the last 25 or so years. And so I've had to be in public dealing with some very difficult issues, and personal issues, political, public issues. And I read a treatment of the prodigal son parable by the Jesuit Henri Nouwen, who I think is a magnificent writer of spiritual and theological concerns. And I read that parable, and there was a line in it that became just a lifeline for me. And it basically is practice the discipline of gratitude. So regardless of how hard the days are, how difficult the decisions are, be grateful. Be grateful for being a human being, being part of the universe. Be grateful for your limitations. Know that you have to reach out to have more people be with you, to support you, to advise you. Listen to your critics. Answer the questions. But at the end, be grateful. Practice the discipline of gratitude, and that has helped me enormously.
This is Cory Booker. I've taken over the Hillary Clinton Snapchat channel. So much power. I don't know. There's a random woman on the street. What do you think?
Well, I think it's a big risk for you.
Volunteer a little bit more. To find ways to help organize a little bit more. We know in our country you don't have to do everything. You don't even have to do.
It's Corey. I'm in the car. We just left Secretary Clinton at a great rally in Marion. Now we're heading to Waterloo. I'm in the car with two great volunteers dedicated to seeing her be president. All right, we're road tripping in Iowa, stumping for Hillary Clinton, and we've got to have snacks in the car always, and we got to have mints because somebody in this car needs mints. 2 days stumping all across Iowa for Hillary Clinton. Casey, can you name all the places we've been in less than 10 seconds?
Council Bluffs, Sioux City, Fort Dodge, Des Moines, Marion, Cedar Rapids, headed to Waterloo.
Woo! All right.
Hi, this is Cory Booker in Waterloo, stumping for Hillary Rodham Clinton, and I have some incredible people packed into a room. You want to say hello? Say hello, everybody! I'm at Cedar Rapids Airport saying goodbye to Iowa. I've had a great time stumping for Hillary Clinton. She's an amazing staff here on the ground. Thanks for all your help. Go, Hillary. Let's win.